Good morning, this is Fitness Support again. Today we are going to discuss about the applicant registration plugin in detail. So to access the applicant registration plugin, you can go to the more menu and click up the applicant registration link from there. Once you have reached the applicant registration link, you will be redirected to a page which is the home page of applicant registration plugin, and then you can use the manage courses link to add the courses that are added to the applicant registration. But before going to the applicant registration plugin in detail, I would like to let you know what this plugin deals about. So this plugin is quite handy in situations where you register your students via submitting of some application forms. So once the student have submitted the data regarding via an application, so this is to be scrutinized by the admin, and after the decision of the admin, the decision can be regarding whether to allot or discard the student. The student will be admitted into the batch, and usually when a student is admitted into a batch, the default account is created for him with the default credentials as the student number being the username and student number followed by 123 being the password. So we would now learn how this applicant registration can be put to use in the context of our institution. So to start off with, let us say that you have a number of courses here and you need to click upon the manage courses. So first of all, when you click upon manage courses, you will be able to go to a page where you will be able to add different courses there. On adding courses, again, you will be able to ask a number of options where you will be asked to put the amount and all. Now we will be discussing the same in detail now. So once you have clicked up this manage courses, you will be redirected to a page which would look like this. So for the first time when you will be using this link, there won't be any courses here, but as this is a test instance and we have some courses added here, so you are able to see right here now. Then you need to click upon add course. On clicking add course, you will be redirected to this page which helps you to add a new course to this registration. So to this whole system of registration, you need to add the course where you would like to have. So let us say that you have a course with the name of standard 2. You need to put a minimum score under which, let us say the minimum score is 40, and this will be entered in the student in the profile will be profile for the course, and then comes the subject registration. Please note that in FEDINA course registration, we have the subject-based registration and then we have the subject-based collection. So once the subject-based registration is inactive, you need to enter the amount, and let us say you are entering 100, and now 100 rupees would be calculated, as rupees being the currency that you have set in general settings. 100 rupees would be set for the student, and the student is entitled to pay an amount of 100 on while registering. So but if you are choosing the subject based registration as active, you will be redirected to a page where and the same page comes up with more options, like which says subject based collection. Now the subject based collection, if you have set this as inactive, so only this amount of 100 will be, the student will be able to pay only 100, and you need to enter the maximum details and minimum electives. So here you have the option of entering the maximum and minimum electives there. But let us say that you have also used the subject based collection 2 and putting it as active. So based upon the number of subjects chosen, and again the subjects will be assigned some amount from the manage subjects part, and that amount and based upon the number of subjects that the person or the student have chosen, he or she will be able to collect that many amount, and the students will be asked to put collect that same amount from the person who is in charge. So let us say that for the course, for the sake of convenience, we will be using this as inactive. Subject based registration has been inactive and it has been put as the now we need to activate with the course. So to do so, you need to click upon is active. Yes, it's active. And then if you want to enable the pin system, you can enable it too. We would come again to talk about the pin system and enable thing at a later part of this webinar. Then comes the enable approval system. So once this has you need to activate it, the admin will be able to activate, or the admin will be able to go for an approval for the same. And then if you want to add some additional details of students while making them register for this course, then you need to choose it as active, and select the additional details where you want to put. So on clicking create, you need to put in a number here. Let us say the number has been put as 100. And then the rest of details are to be entered. So on clicking create, your course will be added successfully to the group of other courses. So this is all about how you can add a course. Now we will be coming back to the pin system. So pin system are basically a system where you will be able to keep a track of all the applications that has been allotted and that has been published till now. So let us say that you have enabled the pin system for this course and you want to have only 60 applications, or limit the number of applications. To do so, you need to click upon the manage pins link here, and then you need to click upon new. So you need to type the name, the pin count, and put it whether this is to be active or not. So let us say you want to put in pin as pin, I'm naming as pin November, and then the pin count is 20, and of course this is an active, this pin system is to be activated, so you need to activate it from here, and you need to select the courses for which this pin system should be activated for. Having done this, you need to click save. So now you will be redirected to a page where you will be able to see a lot of pins that has been issued for this application, for this course. So once you have these pins, so now these pins are distributed among the students who want to apply for this, and now you can go to a different browser. Let us say while to register a student, so as this is usually done from the student side, so they need not to enter they need not to log in, as logically they won't be having any login page there. So they need to just go upon default.fedina.org/register, default.fedina.org being the URL for my school here. So on clicking upon this, the user will be redirected to choose the course. So let us say that the chosen class is, let us say, Bridge Course 1. So now you need to enter the pin. So on clicking submit, the user will be redirected to the form. So now you have to enter the details. So as the student is entering, he need to enter his details like and then the date of birth, and then the details, whether the details are to be entered as resides in town or not, and then total payable amount, which is 100. So once filling up all the details like the father name and all, the first name and all, so we recommend the users to type or to enter all the details, but the basic details which are mandatory for this is are the first name and the relation. So now on clicking save and proceed, this form will be saved, and this the student has been registered and the application has been saved successfully. So this was all about how the student will be able to register it. Now when the user wants to, or the admin wants to keep a track record on what all pins, I mean, or what all students have applied for a course, so he or she can see it using this view applicants part from here. So to click upon view applicants, now you will be able to see the page of the student, a list of all the students who have applied for this, again with the name Piyush Jagat. So on clicking Piyush Jagat, this is the basic page that the profile of the student has been, as per the data given by the student, this profile page will be created for the student. And once you have marked the student as academically cleared, you will be asked to pay the fees for the student. So to allot a student or to discard a student, you need to mark him as either mark him as academically cleared and mark him as paid. So on marking him as paid, this student can be admitted to a batch. So now you need to click upon admit applicant to a batch. So you need to select the batch here. On clicking save, the student will be allocated. So further, if you want to have a list of all the students who have been allotted for a batch, you will be able to click upon, you need to click upon the applicant registration, and on clicking applicant registration, you will be able to see the page. And then if you want to see the applicants again, then this will be the list of all the applicants who have applied for the particular course. So now if you want to filter all the students who have been allotted, so just click upon the status as allotted, and on clicking filter, you will be able to see all the students who have been allotted from this particular date. So this is how the applicant registration can be dealt up with. Moreover, if you want to have a cross check on how the student has been allotted a batch or not, so to do so you can just click upon the students and see the student detail. So on typing the first few letters, you will be able to see the first name, the batch, and the admission number. So on and again, based upon the profile data from the student, you will be able to create a profile for the same student. Moreover, the student will also be having a login ID with ABX012 and ABX0012123 being the username and password respectively. So this was all about the applicant registration plugin in detail. Now as we have finished up the webinar, now we will be dealing up with the queries one by one. Please put forward your queries. So to know more about our product, and you can attend our more webinars, and moreover you can also use the support portal, as we have some more videos regarding the same in our portal. Thank you. Have a good day.